Kenny Hope, my man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Randy.
Um,
Welcome Tuesday. It's a good day.
it feels different, right? Doing this live on a Tuesday as opposed to a Monday or Friday night, right?
Yeah, but guess what? We got some heat. We got some people to talk about it,
That's
baby.
right. So
Mhm.
if you're watching live on Twitter X, YouTube, on my bottom, underneath me is my homeboy Kenny. To my right or left is my homeboy Terrence Watson, Lower East Scribe on Twitter. Kenny's also at Cowabunga _K_E_N on Twitter. And I want to get this right. On the bottom left, I think, is Mimi, the wrestling chick from the Black Wrestling Podcast.
Mhm.
Um, this is your debut on the show. How you
It's
feel?
my debut. I feel special.
It's your
Let's
I
debut,
acknowledge.
feel
like
Let's
special.
acknowledge Mimi.
there you go. It's your debut, like
That's
AJ
right.
Styles,
That's
Royal
right.
Rumble.
That's right. Put them ones up. Put them ones up.
We're doing this live on again Twitter, X, YouTube. So if those of you watching, any questions, comments, feedback, hit us up in the chat. YouTube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rates, comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys and gals on the program. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Again, we're doing this live right after NXT Tuesday night. So I'm trying to figure out where to go because I just seen Jade, Bianca, and Naomi retain the tag titles. There's no
Mhm.
Jade Cargill in sight. She's been
That match
tweeting.
was
She's been
pretty
doing.
good.
She's back on the social media wave, and I'm like, all right, today's the day. On Saturday, no. Monday's the night, no. Tuesday the night, no. So Mimi, talk to
Mm.
me. When are we getting Jade Cargill back to confront somebody who attacked her many months ago?
I think we're getting her back at the Rumble.
Okay.
Okay.
I think but with a small caveat that we might see her at SmackDown. Might.
Mm.
It's 30 spots, right?
Yes.
She's been gone for a while. I can't remember how long the injury the injury length
Occurred.
of time. No, the length of time, like, when they're saying, oh, you pulled your meniscus, it's X amount of months. I can't remember
Yeah.
what that was. And I think I have a feeling like they might have said what happened, but not given they might have said a few weeks. So I think we might get maybe a peppered in appearance at SmackDown, and then we're definitely going to see her at Rumble, I think.
Mm.
What that looks
So-
like, I don't know.
So yeah, she was written off back in November with, they call it a legit injury.
Mhm.
Okay, deep lumbar, something muscle contusions, bruised kidney, sprained MCL. I don't know if that's the TV injury
Right.
or other shit, but they saying she had a legit injury to write her off TV. That's in November. So if you do the math,
It's about a month.
3-4 months, right?
3-4 months, yeah.
3.
Yeah.
What was the
3-4
legit? Did they say what the legit injury is outside of that, the lumbar, all that other stuff?
I will keep digging, but not that I see right now. But
And they didn't give a time frame, right?
no,
No, they
they did
didn't.
not.
Yeah.
She just been
So it
making
might have been something
appearances.
light.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Making appearances on Twitter, saying
Mhm.
the injury. She made saying that she's back.
mhm.
She's been posting here and there. So this
That's what I'm
gives
saying.
me the $1,000,000 question. Since you think the timetable Royal Rumble, who do you think did it?
So, okay, so I've seen on the timeline people talking about Naomi did it, right?
Mhm.
To me, Naomi doesn't have a bad bone in her body, but those are the ones, right? Those are the ones that you would least expect. However,
Mhm.
then this picture of Charlotte pops up with, the with Jakara and Lash. So
Okay.
then I started seeing, oh, maybe Charlotte did it, and she had, the bruisey bad girls do it, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's kind of like a stretch. Then I remembered Bianca still had beef with Bailey, but Bailey's kind of been the good girl, right?
Mhm.
So I'm a little all over the place with it. I don't know honestly who did it. At first I thought it was Naomi. I said it was Naomi.
Mhm.
Because there were just like these little Easter egg looks that she would give in her promos. It seems like sometimes like when Bianca says some things, she'll be like, yeah, okay, but she'll do one of those like the underlying shade.
Yeah.
So my radar is still on her, but I can't for sure say that she did it, and I really don't know who did it.
Mm.
I don't think it's Bianca. I don't think it was Bianca because Bianca was in the ring.
True, she was in the ring, but
She was.
you could have did that to Jade like 5 minutes prior, ran out to the ring and got a match. We don't know. I'm just saying, like, I just want to know how long are you gonna wait to pull the trigger on, like, when's the right time? Because Jade debuted at the Rumble last year. Is she gonna redo this again at the Rumble?
This year.
Because you can't just do this without telling the story or finding evidence of what went down. So
I think this is a kickoff, though. I think her coming back at the Rumble is probably a kickoff to the whodunit,
yeah.
to WrestleMania.
So Kenny, how you feel? You think it's Bianca, Naomi, or somebody else?
I think it could be before I thought it was Naomi, but I may have some strong suspicion it could be Bianca.
Mhm.
It could be Bianca, maybe Jade was maybe coming close to the title. Maybe Jade was maybe feel like her equal, like someone that might be superior to her regarding strength even as a newcomer.
Mhm.
So, and I think that the way this wrestling multiverse will happen, if Bianca goes heel, that can change the outcome of how it might be for a women's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, T, what do you think about it, man? What are your Law and Order clues telling you on this?
It's so funny
Dun.
because I feel like
Dun.
Bianca is just like her husband, and she can't go heel even if she tried. Like everybody's gonna love her. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she can't turn heel. Like she's like the female John Cena. Like it's impossible. Like it's not gonna happen.
Well, they called Bailey that years ago, and look what happened to her.
Fair. That's real fair.
It took a while for it to hit, but it happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's like, Bianca has it in her to turn. Like, I'm not saying that. I just feel like people just love her so much that it would be hard. And I was trying to think, like, okay, well, who would have needed it, right? Like, Naomi does get to take that slot and now become tag team champion, right? So that was kind of like, okay, maybe it was Naomi. And it would kind of give her character a little bit more energy. You know what I mean? Like, it would just give her more,
Yeah.
And I feel like besides Nia, there really isn't a really strong and like kind of Liv, but if we keep it in a buck, Liv was right. Like, you know what I mean? It had every reason to be mad at Rhea. So I don't know. I'm just like the dark horse that I think it may have been probably, and it's not really going to make a lot of sense, but I'm going to say Nia Jax. And the reason is, especially now, remember who Jade had her big spot with at the Rumble last year? They never really got a chance to really
go back to that.
So if we're gonna bring her back at the Rumble, right? That might make the most sense. Like, okay, like Nia wanted to prove that like she really is. She's the most, irresistible force, if you will.
Yeah.
So maybe that's my dark horse guess, is that Nia either did it or had something to do with it.
I think also with the whole Bianca situation, the way they panned to the little girls during NXT during her entrance today, I was just like, it's hard. Like every time she has an entrance, you see the little girls in the audience. I don't know if they would turn her heel right now.
Because I asked that because one, they are still tag champions. We don't know when they're gonna, get the belts off of them. And the fact that the rumor reports of last week, and I think me and Kenny spoke about on Friday, because everything intertwines. Because now they talk about maybe the thought of Rhea and Bianca happening at WrestleMania. So now it's like, all right, if you want to go there, A, do you have enough time? B, will Bianca still be tag champion by that time? Would the belts come off of her and Naomi?
Mhm.
And if the titles come off of her and Naomi, what does Naomi do at Mania? What does Jay do? So all this is like it's a good thing to happen, a good problem to have. But it's like, all right, it's about to be February real
Mhm.
soon. What are we doing with some of these top talents?
Mhm.
Are you in
Perhaps.
favor of
That's
Bianca?
been my
Do you
beef.
want
That's been
Bianca
my
and,
beef.
and Rhea at Mania or no?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't because it's not enough of a story. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a old school type of girl where I like long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
And I feel like any type of WrestleMania matchup should probably start at Survivor Series, in my opinion.
Okay.
My co-host on Turbo Talk will say that's too long, and sometimes the fan might get tired of it.
Hmm.
And when you think about Rhea and Liv, I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I don't care about it anymore. I wanted to move on. And the fact that we keep coming back to it, it like it's to the point where I kind of like tap out a little bit and come back when the next match comes on. So I
Yeah.
get his take on that, but I feel like we can do it if we do it right. And we saw it with the bloodline 3-4 years. I'm not saying I want a 3-4 year length of storytelling because I don't think we'll
True.
ever get that again.
Yeah.
But I will say, starting from Survivor Series, or maybe I don't think we got a December or a January, but even like let it bleed into January, and then maybe um the pivotal point will start at Rumble. But I
Yeah.
think starting at Rumble or a little bit or at Elimination is too short of a time period to really tell, because you're only on TV, depending
Yeah.
on what roster you're on, once a week. Unless you're going to have people hop, that's something completely different.
Mm.
Right? Because then you can kind of like try to bob and weave everything within 6 weeks or whatever, and then really marinate it as you get closer to WrestleMania. But I personally feel like I don't know if they can build Rhea and Bianca right now when she's trying to figure out who took out her tag team partner. Like,
Yeah.
unless you're gonna do both, and that might be too much, right?
You're right. You're right. So T, before I go to you, Mimi, right now, if you don't want Bianca and Rhea and Mania, what do you do with Rhea? Who's in that spot with her for the title? Exactly. Because one, before you answer, you don't want Liv. We just saw her and Naya out. Uh,
But they didn't
the
really
Charlotte and
marinate
Rumble
that.
with
They
Rhea
didn't really
again.
marinate that, right? That felt like an exhibition match.
Of
That
course.
didn't really feel like, hey, I got real beef with you. It
Mhm.
didn't,
No.
and I feel like that could, oh, I got that, I dropped that other one, but then she's kind of tied up with Tiffy. She's got to come back for her title with Tiffy a little bit. So maybe not Naya. And I don't want to see maybe Bailey.
Mm. You want Bailey and Rhea?
No, I don't want that either.
Nah.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Nobody.
That's crazy.
Ooh,
The night off, I guess, huh?
that will
I
never happen.
You know what? If I
Never
feel
happen.
like I love the character that is Rhea Ripley. I just feel like something's missing. I feel like something is missing.
Mm.
I feel like she has it, but I feel like the 360 came and went so fast that I forgot what that particular element created the 360 for her.
Mm.
Would you run it back with Becky?
Yeah, because I forgot about that. So if
Mm.
Becky came back and came for her, it has to be now though. Like, we
Yeah.
can't do this. We can't do this like a month before WrestleMania, 2 months before WrestleMania.
No.
because we've got too many new fans now. Too many new fans that have, or lapsed fans that have come back that may or may not know who Becky Lynch is,
That's
and need to be
crazy.
reminded. And need to be
Yeah.
reminded. Because I literally forgot that she was going back and forth with Becky. I don't even remember half the stuff that she did with Becky.
Yeah.
So I need to be reminded.
T, what do you, Terrence? What do you do with Rhea at WrestleMania?
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I've been wanting
Oh.
Rhea.
Here we
I've
go.
been wanting Rhea Bianca for the longest.
Okay.
I don't
Hey,
care where it's at. I don't care if it's SmackDown. I don't care if it's Raw. I don't care if it's Saturday Night Main Event. I would love for it to open up WrestleMania because I feel like Rhea opening WrestleMania, she kills it.
Mhm.
I was there to see her beat Charlotte. That was incredible.
oh wow,
That was an incredible. I was there too. Yep.
that was
Oh my
y'all
god,
was there
so
in
so
LA.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was such a great match.
It was
That was a
amazing.
great match.
I
Yeah,
actually
Kenny.
would-
Mimi travels. She travels.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It's a year.
shoot.
Vegas? You going to Vegas?
Going to Vegas.
Oh, awesome.
Oh man, MGM Caesar's Palace.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I would have it. I actually hope that Charlotte begins a series with Tiffy. I feel like there's a little bit of like that's the baton she's gonna pass to,
Mm-hmm.
but not just because she's blonde or whatever, but there is that aspect of like she's super athletic. She does kind of have a similar look, similar aesthetic, kind of like and so I'm just like, man, I would love to see the two of them go at it, and for like Tiffany to kind of be like, I'm the new young gun, and for for Charlotte to start her quest to like tie her dad or beat her dad, right, by having to try to take down the new young player. But I again, I would love to see Rhea and Bianca main event, maybe night one or at least open up. But I would love to see them at WrestleMania.
So Kenny, before I go to you, I'm gonna go back to Mimi real quick because Rhea and Bianca. Yes, I agree with the fact that I think it's too short of a time. Plus, in that kind of match, they could main event WrestleMania, whether it's probably like night one. I think you can't just do that and be like, oh, they're in the middle of the card, Bianca and Rhea. Like that those two entities deserve to be in the main event. And just because of that aspect alone, I don't think you could get it done in February, March. It is more in April now, so it'd be 2.5 months to get something done. But it's like I just don't know if you have enough time because both are going to be, faces by that time still. And Bianca, I would love a heel Bianca run. I don't think she's going to be healed by WrestleMania.
But Randy, let me ask real quick: do you need Bianca to be a heel for that match to be great?
I've always said that. I've always said, why does it have to be? Why can't they just have legitimate beef? I feel like if wrestling has evolved so much that it doesn't have to be face heel. It could be I'm beefing with you, period.
Facts.
And I don't think that she needs to be a heel to be in that match. That's one. And two, I think Bianca and Charlotte needs to happen before Bianca and Rhea needs to happen.
Ooh.
Where would that happen at? Do you think that would happen
That
at
is
a singles
WrestleMania.
match?
I think that is
match? Okay.
yes, singles match WrestleMania. She's beat the other four horsemen, and Charlotte is her last quest. And I think a lot of people have waited for this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Rhea, yes, they have history, but for me, I want to see Bianca and Charlotte go first.
Do you have that night one or two?
It has to be night one.
Mm.
And we know that it's not going to main event, so it has to go on first.
I would say put that in maybe
well, that's good for Charlotte. She's coming back at the Rumble. She'll be in the Rumble. The Queen is back. So there is Tiffy time. Maybe Bianca might be in her future, but I think just having good options for her. I think that might be only two options because her and Becky, you ain't getting her and Rhea, you ain't getting her and Liv, you ain't getting her and Nia Jax, you ain't getting nobody else except those two. Bianca probably number two, but I think Tiffy's number one for Charlotte. Right, Kenny?
I think so. I just don't think right now.
Yeah.
I just don't know when though. Maybe SummerSlam.
I was just
SummerSlam she might be tied up.
I was just about to build on that and say, honestly, give me Bianca and Rhea night one main event, or open it up like you said, Randy, for WrestleMania, and then build to Charlotte and Bianca and SummerSlam.
Yeah,
that's how I would play it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just so I know, because Mimi told me 11 o'clock. I had that time in the corner of my eye. So, all right. So, just to before we go and talk about Raw, we had Saturday night main event on Saturday. I did not see the whole thing. So, if anybody wants to start off with what they liked, didn't like,
what did you see?
So,
What did you see?
I saw Jey Uso lose again to Gunther, which I was rooting for Jey Uso on this show.
Same.
Yeah.
I know he
Like
was gonna
it was time
lose,
to
but
pull the
I was
trigger.
rooting for him.
We all was.
Just like I was last month with KO. I felt KO should have beat Cody Rhodes.
Amen.
I do too. I feel like everybody should
Amen.
beat Cody Rhodes. Everybody.
I mean, it's been 2 shows in a row that no title changed hands, both shows. So I'm like, okay, this is just the glorified house show.
Yes.
Or are we really going to see things happen and motivate on these shows? But for the first two, 0-2. So Gunther is still champion. Rhea beat Nia. We saw the thing with Cody and KO, and Terrence loved that because Shawn Michaels, kicked KO in the face. Braun Breaker still IC champion.
Oh man, I thought that was gonna change big time.
Me too.
And Jacob Fatu lost by whatever to Braun Strowman.
That was great. That was great.
Jacob Fatu is just a monster. Speaking of which, this is a general question for both of y'all or the general. What is your view now on the werewolf, the beast, Jacob Fatu? What do y'all see? Where do y'all see him later on? Someone put, I think it was Baron Coleman that said, future he could be headlining 5 WrestleManias. The way how outstanding is. What are y'all views on Jacob Fatu for both of
y'all? I say let Terrence go because he's been waiting.
Starting with T. Yeah, I know you got a lot. I know you got a lot to say.
My man been waiting all week for that one.
Hey, it's all good.
One, we got to change the music. Let's start there. He got to have some Bay Area like 90s hip hop, like aggressive. They got like this rock thing going for him right now. No, cut that. Give him something like Bay Area so he can get hyphy and like his present when he comes out and like really like get into being Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Number one. Facts. Number two, the guy he's like a total package. Like he's all incredible on the mic. You believe he'll beat the hell out of somebody. You know what I mean? Like because he actually could beat the hell.
And he did.
Like, you know, like being a guy that big, that nimble. I mean, we're talking Bam Bam Bigelow like level. Like, you know what I mean? The dude can do backflips and somersaults like he's, a cruiserweight, but he's 6'3", like 270 or something like this. It's ridiculous. And just again, like his aggression, his charisma. And the funny thing too is, did y'all see the clip of when he landed? I don't remember where they went next, but they were like yelling 5-2, 5-2, like
they were chanting.
Yes, they were.
Got out of the airport and were yelling 5-2 at him. Like he's a superstar already. Like there's I see no reason why he doesn't get a belt at Mania. Something. I don't care whether you give him the US title, Intercontinental title, heavyweight title. You gotta put a belt on that man.
Yeah.
Maybe. What do you think?
So today I host another show called Turnbuckle Talk. It's a Spaces every Tuesdays at 6:35 with Corey and Justin, 2 of my co-hosts or whatever.
Okay, why 6:35? What's the deal with 6:35?
So if you work in corporate America, especially in tech, they always go by the 5 just to give you a little bit of a break so you don't feel that pressure. Like I have a meeting at 1:30 and I have to use the bathroom, but I wish I had 5 minutes. So you gracefully give people the extra 5 minutes.
It's the grace period.
It's like a grace period, and it usually happens in tech. So I was just sitting here and I thought about that whole situation, and the announcement with the 2K, the 2K25, and how the Bloodline has their own cover. And I was just like, okay, just kind of thinking about where Roman is. We have a group chat as a group, and one of my co-hosts, DDM, in while the beatdown was happening, was like, they need to pivot now from Solo to Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And I didn't respond in the chat, but today I had like an aha moment where everything started coming together, and it's like, yes, now he beat Jacob, he has the Ulafala, and it's like, okay, now that you're the tribal chief, you created this on-screen bloodline. You're at like, you see the gray, you see that he's in mainstream now. So, he's taking on some of that John Cena Rock journey a little bit. And so you're like, who is next? And in my purview, oh, look at that. It's Jacob.
Wow.
It's Jacob Fatu. It's Jacob every time. The only thing I'd be scared is when he does these promos, he be so hype, and I'm like, oh my God, is he gonna say something crazy? I'm like, please don't say something crazy. Please don't.
He might drop one.
So what?
I was like, please don't say nothing crazy. It's too early. We need you. We need you. From the promo skills, he knows exactly what to say. He knows how to move. He came into this whole WWE side of the business and acclimated like this. Like, the only thing that you could say is he looked a little rough around the edges, and even that, like, he cleaned that up in a couple of weeks. Like, you just see him, like, he is just working really, really hard, and it feels like it's effortless. And I think that man, if Solo was the one that was up, he done skip Solo.
I have a question to everybody real quick, because I was thinking a lot about this too. But what if, right, we get an NWO level faction with the Bloodline? Now everybody's they all under Roman. We haven't had that in a long time. Because I was thinking, like, okay, well, I don't want to see a split again. We've already seen Roman won. They all have to acknowledge him, right? Like, that's what was at stake. But he ain't gonna split the family. That was the point, right?
Right.
This way they can all go their own ways, but still be the Bloodline the same way NWO used to do. Where it's like, like when we need to, we ride for each other. But at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna go this way. There's a tag team here, there's a mid-level here, and then that way, to your point, when the real tribal chief ain't around, Jacob could hold it down for everybody. Like,
get crazy. That's what I want to see. I want to see it all come, like, everybody fall in line. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Solo is gonna get that ass whooping. He's gonna get it, and Jacob is gonna give it, and Jacob is going to be the one to give it. It's gonna happen. It needs to happen. I think after that, everybody comes together, and like you said, I like to see this one hold the title, because that's where Roman is. Roman is in a place where he's like, everybody's gonna win now. Right? Everybody's gonna win. He lets Jay come out on his own, Jimmy come out on his own. He comes out. Jay came out last.
Yes, he did.
Yes, you know what I mean? So we seen a different tribal chief. Now he put them all on the cover, even Sammy. I was like, why is Sammy on this cover? But,
honorary ooze.
So, I mean, just to see that, and just to see that as, like, outside of the business, like in true, like in shoot mode, to see somebody literally, like, Tama Tonga is on the damn thing, and he hasn't even been here a whole year. Tonga Loa, who I laugh at every time he comes on my screen, is Tonga Loa. Right, exactly. He is on the cover. That says a lot. It says a lot. And I even compared him last night in the tweet to Kai Cenat. And when you see where Kai Cenat is and how he brought on all his boys with him, and is going, not saying that nobody's ever done it, but when you see the two, like, you don't see that a lot. Especially in the wrestling business, you never see somebody coming up and just pulling everybody with it. Like, I don't care what anybody says. In the Thunderdome era, Roman brought everybody up. Okay, yeah, he was running through them, but it was good stories, good matches. Like, he made them look good going out, And I just feel like him doing this for his family, like, this was the epitome. Like, I was just like, they on this cover. Like, what?
Exactly.
Like, hey, everybody.
And Mimi, if you want that cover, it'll cost you $129.99.
I paid it.
I thought it was $89.
I paid it.
Man, I remember
you
games
got
for
it?
$50.
Begrudgingly, I paid it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
Because I'm like Roman since 2014.
Oh, so you Roman fan for life.
Shield Roman.
Shield Roman. With the contacts, the blue contacts Roman.
Yes.
Big dog.
Suffering succotash Roman.
I hated that contact Roman. I hated that fucking
cringe. Like, oh my God, what is he gonna say today?
Oh my God.
But
Kenny, I go to you real quick. So if the potential happens of I think what y'all was saying was bring everybody back together. In the event they don't, and they morph Jacob above Solo, like how low can Solo go? If Roman's up here, then they skyrocket Jacob, and then the Usos are up here, like Solo is like all the way down here. Like, what happens to him? Because he keeps on losing. If he takes an L to Jacob Fatu, then it's like I can't be nobody in my family.
I think with Solo,
is he in trouble of like, hey, listen, he gonna be lost in the fold?
I think he might be lost in the fold. Yeah, like the whole family eats like, hey. But I think that Solo's really going to he might be at the bottom, but I feel like one way that he'll just go on his own identity. I think he might pair up with somebody to make a tag team. Mm-hmm. He might form his own tag team. He might form his own unique partnership. Mm-hmm. I think that's one way for him to maybe resurface, and then people's going to remember Solo with his little run. I'm definitely going to remember that, even though like he wanted to be tribal chief. He had his little hit, the black suit, the loafers, the black gloves.
Yeah.
So, like, despite it or not, the shirts, like, despite it, yeah. I mean, come on, honestly, yeah, he wasn't going to beat Roman, but you got to say that Solo's little run after, Mania, he just decided, he was like, you know what? Roman's gone. The Usos are no more. Guess what? Maybe I should take over some things. So I think Solo might run with someone. I don't know who, but he could get a tag team with someone, and eventually he might make his way back into the fold, into the bloodline, like how everyone said earlier, like NWO, like despite the history, you're still welcome back. You're still brought back because this was the original. So you can't have a full bloodline without Solo. So he's going to be back there eventually.
Yeah. So Mimi, I got one for you. Then I'm going to Terrence. Speaking of Roman, so it's your first time on the show, and I brought this up to Terrence and Kenny a few times. I got their answers, I think, if I can recall. But since we're on Roman, there is a favor that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk. Your thoughts on what that potential favor could be, and how quick do we get that favor paid upon? Because that's still out there in the ether.
So I'm not a CM Punk fan either.
Wow.
Hey,
why not? What's going on here?
Because I think for many, many years, he spited his fans by not coming back to pro wrestling. And he was being super spiteful, sitting on his hands, digging his heels in the ground for all that time, got beat up in UFC, Okay. Did that whole try to say that he didn't care, but did that whole Fox remember that Fox with Renee Young, that little thing that they did? He went on there and like, I don't want to come back, but you was on their programming. Okay. And so then he really spited his face and went over to the other side and looked crazy and talked crazy. And guess where you ended up? You came right back looking healthy now, looking like how you should have been looking for the past 10 years. Okay. No, you had to come back and say you're sorry and really come back in here and now you think all his fans, he has die hard fans. That's the one thing I have to say about him. But they forgot how he told them to go kiss his butt. He told them to kick rocks for 10 years. Talked about everybody under the sun. Made it so hard for Roman.
Okay, time out. So Kenny and Terrence, hold up. I'll play advocate with you. I hear you. I hear all that, right? Because the saying goes, they leave, but they always come back. We're seeing all the top greats leave and then come back. Let's have fun. Cody Rhodes left. Started a whole new promotion to go up against them. Came back, and now he's on top of the world. But now,
is he though?
Like, and that CM Punk did us dirty, but Cody Rhodes started a whole promotion of people.
I'm not a Cody Rhodes fan either.
Great competition.
You don't Randy, you follow me on Twitter. You know I drag that man every week, every day.
I'm just saying, but this is your first time here.
You are truly like Roman when he made that promo.
No,
I
made
a whole company. You ran away.
I get it. I love Roman too, but I'm like, hey, if you're not gonna like Punk for XYZ, hey, Cody Rhodes,
don't like him.
Not the same thing, but still, he left and came back.
Left, talked trash. First of all, left, begrudgingly started that company because I did read the Young Bucks' book. Okay, I don't discriminate on the reading. And he didn't. He begrudgingly started that company. Okay, knew that he wanted to come back eventually because somebody told him, go do what you need to do. That's why he made that list and come back and make your way back. He knew he was coming back. So you broke the throne. You talked all the shit that you talked on national TV, and Jericho and everybody else, right? And then where did you end up? And mind you, here's the other thing about these two. They belong where they are now. So you did all of that for what? For what? You could have just left, did your thing, and come back. But you did all of that, talked on all these podcasts, made it hard for so many people, okay? And talked shit about Triple H and his fault, he wanted Triple H to be his stepfather, okay? He admires that man. You broke the throne on TV, did all these skits, and then you come up through the ground in Dallas?
Well, I think the difference between Punk is that he mentioned the guy who ran the company when he left ain't there no more. So that kind of made it easier. Again, I know he had beef with Hunter, but
that's
still,
fine.
it's like
if you leave MSG, are you talking trash about MSG?
No.
Okay. You just don't talk trash. You just don't do it. You don't do what you did at AEW. And let me tell you, CM Punk looked crazy in AEW. That scrum, I'm shocked that he was even allowed to even be considered to come back to WWE because I felt like he was like a loose cannon.
I mean, but he told no lies, right?
Told no lies, but you did that to yourself. You could have you didn't even have to take that route. You could have been back a long time ago. And I just feel like when people are super spiteful over things that can be talked about after you kind of like chill out and you kind of recess, how could I have done this? How did I play a part in whatever this role, whatever happened? What role did I play? After you have some time to think and reassess, and then you come, cooler heads prevail, as they say. You come back and you kind of okay, can we have a conversation? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe not now. Let me wait. Let me just lay low for a little bit. and then come back. Keep having your conversations on the side and then come back. That's how I feel things should have gone. You know, a lot of people have issues with Vince that are not in the WWE that have left, but you don't see what that they did, what those two did. You know, and then with Cody, what made it even worse was he won the Rumble back to back.
Oh, you were mad about that. You were mad. It sounded like you were mad about that.
I was in the building mad.
I saw the finger. Rumble back to back. You were mad about that.
You came in at 30 and 1?
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway.
So, Terrence, going to you now. Seeing what we saw last night on Raw with Punk and Cody in the ring.
Oof.
Rumble is this weekend. Would you be happy or excited to see maybe a possibility of a CM Punk Cody Rhodes match? Mainly because we've been doing it for months now. It's Cody Rock, it's Cody Roman, it's Cody Cena, it's Cody But if you get Cody and Punk for what you saw last night in the promo, and it was a really good promo in the ring, does that make you get excited to see the possibility of that match at WrestleMania?
I've been going back and forth about this a lot, about who I want to see actually win the Rumble. I don't know. I kind of have a top 4 where any one of them I'm okay with for different reasons. Punk's in it.
Okay.
Because I feel like he has good steam right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Mimi, whether you like it or not, you got heat with him. Right? And that's exactly what everybody loves. Is the fact that like you either love the fact that he came back and you are a diehard fan, or you are all the way on Team Seth freaking Rollins and you hate this motherfucker and you're just like, no, you don't deserve any of this. And that's exactly what they want. They want to see that level of like passion. So I would be totally fine with that, with him being one of the people who potentially in the bottom 4.
Okay.
I'm also okay with seeing Roman and us getting, like, I know it feels like, okay, we're doing this again, but honestly, let's put it to bed. Let's get a Cody Roman 3, and you know what I mean? Like, let's just do it, which that could lead to that could lead to the actual favor, because maybe Roman wins and then like the favor is CM Punk gets a shot. Who knows? But I would totally be cool with like, let's put this series to bed and let's get Roman. Let's let Roman win. Everybody wants to see like Roman in the Rumble. I mean, I think that's what we talked about last time, right? Is I think Roman's probably gonna win. Mostly because he only has one Royal Rumble champion like win so far, and most of the elite have at least 2. I also would love to see Drew McIntyre. I would love to see him win, but that's because he was my MVP last year. I feel like he elevated everybody. His storylines were great. His on-mic skills were even better somehow. You know, he looks the part. He didn't actually get his real, comeuppance as champion because of COVID, right? So he deserves that spot the way Damian Priest deserved the heavyweight title because of what he did with Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? Like the company owes him as much right now. And I feel like the last of the 4 is actually somebody who I just mentioned, which would be Seth freaking Rollins, for a lot of the same reasons, right? Like, I think like, he, along with McIntyre, helped carry a lot of the stories for the past 2 years, really.
Agreed.
And so if there was anybody who deserved that shot, whether he won and beat Cody or not, I don't really care. Whereas the other 3, I kind of would want to see them beat Cody. But anyway, I feel like he deserves that. So those are my bottom 4 going into Rumble, and I feel like any one of them winning, I'm okay with for those reasons.
So Kenny, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna go around the horn. You gotta bounce soon. Kenny, you're gonna tell me your winner of the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble, and also because before Mania, there's a show called the Chamber. So we have that prior.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me who wins the Chamber as well. So if you pick a Raw superstar to win the men's Rumble, you got to give me the guy who's going to win the Chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship.
All right.
Cody, whatever shit.
Yeah. I think for the Royal Rumble, it's gonna have, after what I saw last night, it could be CM Punk. CM Punk's gonna win it. It's just last night's segment between them. It was just wonderful. Like I put like it could be Cody's heel turn, looking over the horizon, the Himalayas.
Yeah.
You know, it's the pressures of it. You know, Punk and Cody going back. Punk's telling Cody the pressures of being champion. Everyone's trying to get at you. Guess what? I won't stab you in the back. I'm gonna stab you in the front. So wait, you'll see it coming. That might happen.
Okay.
Women's Royal Rumble. The Women's Royal Rumble, I'm torn between either Charlotte or Bianca. But I'm gonna give it to Charlotte. I might give it to Charlotte. Charlotte's gonna come. We're gonna get Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte's gonna battle the rising princess. The queen's gonna take on the new upcoming princess.
That's right.
In it. And with that, you know, Punk's gonna face Cody. Charlotte's gonna face Tiffany.
Okay.
And at No Way Out, Elimination Chamber. Hey man, it's always after Royal Rumble. It's No Way Out. It's always No Way Out.
No Way Out.
I know all the room, but hey, I think for Gunther's title, we might get. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Jay's gonna go at it one more time. Give it to Jay one more time. Look, man, the aura that Jay has from Saturday Night Main Event, we thought it was gonna have. I'm like, you had some little bit of speculation. Like, come on, everyone's loving Jay. Jay has the crowd. Jay, come on, everyone says the catchphrase. Now, people want to argue probably about his skill set or so. It may be the same, maybe repetitive, but if anything, Jay really performs and he really puts on. Like the man put on with the tag team champions tremendously. It's time, like, give him the belt. I don't care if you hold it for like a month or two, like we said before. Let him win it, or like, yo, besides the Intercontinental Champion, which they gave him shortcomings, let him hold the title. He's going to face off against Gunther, and he's going to win. Okay. I say against Rhea, we might have. I still think we might have Bianca versus Rhea at WrestleMania.
Okay. All right,
that's going to happen. I think we're going to either have. It's going to happen between, like, I think still heel Bianca's going to come, because Naomi and Bianca recently, they've lost 2 times in a row against Liv and Raquel. They lost on SmackDown.
Okay.
And they lost last night on Raw. So I feel like this is like some storytelling there. Like, you know, they lost 2 times in a row against Liv and Raquel. Liv and Raquel might relinquish the title. Yeah. Something might happen that might draw out their concentration.
Yeah.
So that's really something. They pinned them twice. They beat them clean. Well, the first time they beat them clean, and the second time Dom helped them. So I think that's going to happen. And we're going to get, I think, either Bianca and Rhea, that might start a new thing after WrestleMania. They might go back and forth in some matches, and it might go all the way to maybe King of the Ring, possibly SummerSlam with a triple threat match.
Oh boy,
someone.
My man booking the next 6 months, right?
It's the wrestling.
Wow,
I love it. I'm intrigued.
It's the wrestling multiverse, man. You always connected.
So listen, I'll let Mimi go last, but T, who do you have? Rumble winners, Chamber winners, because she got to go.
Okay. No, you good. You
sure?
Yeah.
I saw 11:02. I think, you know. All right,
no. I put in the chat. Yeah. We good.
Okay. I bet.
Yeah.
T, who you got?
All right. I want to make it a little bit different.
Here we go.
Honestly,
Shawn Michaels.
No, I mean, listen. If the boyhood dream becomes a 60-year-old manhood dream, I'm okay with it. Why not? You saw he still got a little left in the tank.
He looked good on Saturday.
Music.
Why not?
But
He
you know what's so crazy, real quick?
He almost
so
killed over though. He almost killed over. He had
Yeah.
Don't play. Nah, you gotta chill on my man. He looked good out there for 60. He looked good out there. The man was tuned up.
But see, real quick, you know what I love is that they kept the kick like if you get kicked by Shawn Michaels, it's one and done.
Right.
You ain't getting up. Everybody else, boom, boom, Uso, Young Buck, blah, 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 blah. Shawn Michaels, one kick, stay down.
Knocked out.
Exactly. There's
Like,
a reason why it's not a super kick and it's sweet chin music when Shawn does it. You
That's
know,
a fact. They don't tip the band like a man HBK in the corner.
Listen, don't make me go get the gloves. You know what I'm saying? Make me put them on.
You and Corey. Oh my God.
95 HBK? 95?
Listen, 95 to 97 is untouchable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, I feel crazy because we didn't touch on Kurt Angle, but shout out to Kurt and everybody agreeing how much of a champion that he is, that we're going to retire, the name that he hates. So I also wanted to say that just because I was thinking about, coked out Shawn and how much we would have loved to see that version of him versus that version of
Did you read his book? Did you read his book?
Shawn's?
Yeah.
No, I haven't read it yet.
You should read his book.
Okay. I do know he's a changed man, but that HBK is in him still somewhere, and we've seen it come out. But
parents,
my man got a fan base out here. Look at that.
That's my brother.
Oh yeah,
that's not my brother, but that's my brother.
Okay,
that's my dog.
Nice.
Good. Respect.
Yo, all right. I'll make it quick because I know you gotta go.
All right, you're good. You're good.
You got time.
The fan in me who I feel like deserves it, McIntyre. I want him to win because I think he deserves it. Who I think is gonna win, Roman. I think Roman wins, and I do think we get Roman Cody 3 at Mania. And in terms of Elimination Chamber, again, the fan pick, Jey Uso, because I want Jey Uso to win everything, man. He's so I don't care about what he can do.
Okay, hold on, go back. If you got Drew winning it, he's going after who?
Cody. He has to.
He's going to Cody, so Jey Uso goes after Gunther.
No, I'm saying like my what I think is gonna happen is Roman. The fan in me would love to see the fan in me would love to see
Roman, Cody, Uso, Gunther. Bet.
Right. That's what I think is actually gonna happen.
All right.
You know what I mean? And also, I feel like for Rumble, who I think deserves to win it, Drew McIntyre. Who will win it, who I'm like picking to actually win, Roman. And then I'm saying for Elimination Chamber, the fan in me is picking Jey Uso. But what I was gonna say, who I think actually wins, probably still Jey Uso. That's the one where I'm gonna stay consistent, and I think like he's gonna win that for the same exact reasons that we just talked about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he deserves it. He's got the fanfare. Unfortunately, I think the time has kind of come and went with, say, like LA Knight, and he should have got an Intercontinental Championship, right? Like, the pops aren't the same if we keep it in a buck. And what I don't want to see happen is for them to waste this window with Jey. He's so high right now. Like, I'm like, yo, like he deserves it. Put the belt on him. For the women's, I think who wins the Rumble is Charlotte. I think she comes back strong. And I do think, well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say Bianca. I think Bianca wins because I do think we give Bianca Rhea, especially like just looking at the way like everyone's reacting to them. The crowd reaction to both of them, where they are in their career. I feel like they deserve to main event night one. And I do think we have enough time between like her winning, because remember back in the day, there really wasn't a story buildup. You won the Rumble, and that was the story. Oh, I won the Rumble, and I deserve it, and that's my shot. I think if she wins Rumble, that's more than enough time for us to really get a legitimate, like, fun series that builds up to WrestleMania. So I'm gonna go with Bianca, and then I think Charlotte wins Elimination Chamber, and then her and Tiffy, they go at it.
Yeah,
those are my picks.
All right, Mimi, what you got?
I don't think Roman is going to win the Rumble.
Me either.
I think he gets to the championship another way, maybe Elimination Chamber. But I don't think it's at the Rumble. Um, I think Seth wins or Drew wins. Those are the two people that I would like to win the Rumble. Drew, they both have just put so many people over, and especially Seth. Seth has put Seth has Seth Rollins. Okay,
Talk to him.
he
Talk to him.
is, you know, out of all the years that he's been a wrestler and the stories that we've heard, he has just really evolved as a character, in my opinion. He's matured. He's just a different person. And time does that. Same thing with Drew McIntyre. I was not a Drew McIntyre fan for a very long time. And after his run with Roman, like that, okay, this is done. He just completely changed. Um, and just he's like the real Scottish psychopath that should have been when he was originally the Scottish psychopath. Like he is ruthless and he is encompassing of everything. Social media, like he keeps going, he stays on your neck. That's the this is the Drew McIntyre we wanted to see. And Roman said that in that promo in the Thunderdome. He was like, "You don't even know who you are. I know who I am, but you don't know who you are." And now he knows who he is, So I would love to see him get a repeat and Seth get a repeat as well, because what Seth was 2019 and he was 2020. So I even forgot that Seth had won one. So I would love to see them to win. And I would love to see Drew go after Cody. No, I would like to see Drew go after Gunther and Seth go after Cody because he put Cody over, and it's time for you to beat that ass.
Bow down.
Yeah.
I don't know if Charlotte should win, but if Cody came in at 30, I would like Charlotte to come in at 30 and win the Rumble that way.
That's right. That's right.
And my second pick to win as a repeat, I would love for Bianca to win and Jade to be in, and of course Naomi is in, and that I feel like that could start their feud, like a little bit of a jealousy, but I don't really like the ladies to be jealous of each other. But yeah, I think that would be like a cute little mix. And then Charlotte, I would like to, if she doesn't win the Rumble, I would like her to win Elimination Chamber, or like, so it's like intertwined. Bianca to win Elimination Chamber as well, because has she won one?
Who?
Chamber? Bianca?
Bianca.
I don't think so. No,
I don't think she's won one, so I would want her to win one.
Is she going up against Tiff or Rhea? Would you put her as?
Good question.
I think this is where we probably get Bianca and Rhea.
Okay.
And yeah, I think Tiff and Charlotte. I think that would make sense. I would, because I always forget about Elimination Chamber. Always. I forget that there's a stake there, like things can change there. Always, all the time. I always forget.
Well, I'm gonna go a little unconventional here. Who I would want to win the Rumble was CM Punk, right?
Okay.
I'm down with Charlotte winning. I'm down with Bianca winning Chamber if that was to go. So that's easy. The men's side is a little more difficult because you do have a good at least 9-10 guys that you can say, you know what, I could see them win the Rumble. I think John Cena wins the Rumble. I think John wins it. Because this is contingent if The Rock is nowhere to be found for WrestleMania. Right? John Cena wins the Rumble. He picks Cody Rhodes. Because I think that's still that's a night one main event for me. Because again, if The Rock is involved, you put Rock and Roman in event night 2.
That's right, because they're bigger than Cody. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The guy
Mm-hmm.
for Gunther. Now hear me out. It's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with Drew. I'm cool with Seth Chamber. I'm cool with Sami Zayn Chamber. You know, because Sami Zayn can knock down Gunther in back-to-back WrestleManias. That's something that we can throw out there too, right? I don't see. Damn, I forgot about Orton too. I would love to see Randy Orton. Plan B to get Cody Rhodes. That's number one. But for Gunther, he's always wanted Brock Lesnar, right? Is Brock going to be in the Rumble? I don't think so. But if he does, that could start off where, you know what, throw Brock in the chamber, because Gunther did say, if you win the Rumble, it's cool. But if you win the chamber, you feel like you earned a championship match more than the Rumble. So a guy like Brock could go in the chamber, win that shit, and then get Gunther, because that's the match he's been wanting for a while. So you get Gunther and Brock, you get Cena and Cody for the title, and that's your WrestleMania matches. Could I be wrong? 1,000%. But you know, Seth cool, Drew cool, Sammy cool, Jey Uso, I'm down for that too. But I'm just thinking outside the box, because you know there's a lot of, they want to give a lot of surprise entrants and surprise. It's WrestleMania season. I'm gonna give you Cena, I'm gonna give you Rock, I'm gonna give you Brock Lesnar. Like, oh shit, Goldberg might fucking pop up because he wants a retirement match. You know, I'm not saying it's to get Gunther. I want Goldberg, Gunther, no, but you might get it. You might get it.
Yo, can I throw out one more question before Mimi drops?
Sure.
Since we're still talking Rumble.
Yes.
And you brought up a really, really good point, Randy. Who's your surprise? Like, oh shit, this person's popping out. You can pick men's or women's or both, whichever. And I want to start with you, like Randy. Who's your surprise for the Rumble this year?
I think the men's are tougher, because you have a good legit roster where you don't got to depend on the legends no more, right? From NXT, SmackDown, Raw. So it's like, damn, who do I fit? Men's side, Rock and Brock, I think would be surprised. If you want to put Goldberg, is that much of a surprise? Maybe, but not as high as Brock and The Rock. No legends. Nobody else besides that. Women, if I had to pick one.
Oh boy. I think I know you're gonna pick.
I could. I've been seeing the name thrown out a lot recently. It could be nothing, but like AJ Lee in the Rumble would be dope.
Yo, I
think AJ, because I just seen Chelsea Green did a thing on with the social, and it said AJ Lee. I'm like, why are they mentioning her name a lot lately? Nikki Bella could be in the Rumble. I heard she wants to come back, so something like that. But I don't think the legend Becky. But I'm not surprised if Becky comes back. Cause they still missing Becky, they're still missing Charlotte, they're still missing Asuka. So there's a lot of people that can come back. Like, oh, shit,
I think I saw something
supposed to come back already.
That Asuka's still really hurt, so I don't think she's coming back. But those are great options.
Yeah, but I think AJ will be dope.
Ken, you want to go next?
For the women's, I think. Well, I didn't know about Asuka. I was
don't say Victoria, Asuka. Right, Ken? Don't say Victoria, right?
Listen, you gonna stop hating on Victoria, man?
I love Victoria.
Look, man, we not gonna sit here and think Victoria was not like. Come on, like she was tough with that beef with Trish Stratus. Like,
oh, you know what? I apologize, Kenny. You know what, Terrence? I would not be surprised with this whole TNA thing. The Hardy Boys.
Trish Stratus. Hey.
You think?
Yeah.
At least one of them gonna be in that shit.
I think
this whole TNA thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Nemeth gonna come back, TNA, and Mickey James gonna come back. Like you might get, might get those.
I think that
girl Jordan Grace signed with the company now, so she might pull up.
She's a definite.
Yeah, she's definite pulling up.
She popped out last year.
Yeah,
she's a definite.
I think one of the Bellas are gonna pop out. I think the Bellas are gonna pop in for the women's. Yeah, I think the Bellas are gonna pop in for the Women's Royal Rumble. I mean, despite it all,
Mimi hates the Bellas. She hates
No, I don't hate them.
Who else we
I
got?
know
On the shit list.
But like, despite it, the Bellas, I think the Bellas are gonna pop out for the men's.
Men's is tough.
The men's is tough. I'm just thinking of a random name. It's a name that's part of this new wave, but oh man, I'm gonna throw it out there. It's random. I might be wrong. Bobby Roode, glorious. I don't
Bobby
know.
Roode, really?
Bobby Roode, glorious.
Bobby Roode got a suit on. You want to see
got
him
a suit
in the
on, he ain't
He
doing
got
it.
a suit on. He ain't going out there like that.
I just want to hear that music again. Come on, man.
Right? Yeah.
Glorious.
If my man gets out the contract soon enough, I can see Malachi Black in it. If he gets out of AEW by WrestleMania, he'll pull up.
Or you bring back? Nah, I was gonna say bring back Shelton, but
nah,
Shelton
bro,
already he left.
Man, it's over.
I know.
It's over, man.
I know it's not. It's like Sasha ain't coming back. I'm sorry, Randy.
Okay, Mimi, what about yours?
Ranzel Orton. I would love to see Brock Lesnar come back, but because I think he caught a stray. But I don't know. I would
Trick or we right. Trick would.
Yes, Trick
will
be
He'll be in it.
I got you, Marcus. Don't worry, I
know
you.
He's gonna be.
But is Randy Orton a shocking entrant though?
I think it's not a shock, but I think where he comes in might be a shock.
Yes.
Okay.
If he comes in at 30, I would that's my
dark horse.
My dark horse for the Rumble, because I feel like this is his kind of like his glory days, kind of like towards the tail end of his career, and I would love to see that for him. I would love to see him with the title for a little bit, but I want to see him evil Randy Orton, like bad.
Yes. 09 Randy Orton.
Yes.
Heel Orton was the best of I like good guy Orton, but I'm like, nah, you legend killer, you Viper, you legacy, like that's the Orton, ball-headed Orton.
Yes,
I need that.
Who else?
Rusev. Wow.
Is the contract like coming up for him?
I don't know if the contract is coming up. All I know is that we have not seen him in years.
Okay,
that's
true.
I mean, we did say
that's good. That's pretty good.
You know who I would love to see, but I know they got him like chained in somebody's basement.
MJF.
No.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Moxley just ain't coming back, but I would have loved that entrant right there. Moxley. Oh my god. I thought we were going to see him when we heard
WrestleMania.
Yes, when I heard that.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo, both of them coming down, but it's just.
Yo, that main event gets me so mad because it was supposed to be Austin, bro. Not Undertaker. It was supposed to be Stone Cold. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I mean, hearing the gong was shocking, but hearing that glass shadow would have been.
Of course.
What?
Come on, man.
What? Ricky Stark.
Moxley. Who else?
Oh, Ricky Stark.
Oh,
okay, Ricky. I would love that. But yeah.
What about for the women?
For the women, Asuka, I feel like she's been gone a very long time. Has it been a year? It's been a year, right?
Just about, yeah.
Just about.
It's about a year. What I love about Asuka is that when she's out, she still tries to make sure people remember her, which I love.
Yeah.
Mickey James.
That's right.
Mickey.
Maybe Gail.
Gail Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Okay.
Maybe Gail.
I like that.
And maybe the Iconics.
Oh yeah, I love the Iconics.
I feel like some of them. I feel like somebody announced that she was pregnant again, so that might not happen. But I feel like I saw them training.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like one of them was training.
What about Rhonda? You think she'll come back?
No,
She just had a baby.
No,
recently.
Oh, yeah,
She recently just
sorry. Keep Rhonda. Keep her away. Sorry.
I don't think she's. I don't think. But I don't think she would come though.
away.
I don't think she would come. I don't think she would come.
For the right price, and if they,
I think she'll come back. Yes, that's right, Terrence. Tell
for the right price, and if they agreed to reintroduce her, right? You know what I mean? Like then listen, if Ultimate Warrior can come back, if CM Punk can come back, if people who like had like real, real right, like for real,
Hogan, come on, bro.
So if they can come back, then
Hogan,
that guy.
I mean, yeah, we could leave Hogan where he's at, but here's my I totally think well, for one, I'll start with the women, just because of the pop that she got, and like I feel like she got the bug. Nikki Bella, like for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody was so hyped to see her. You could see like she felt like.
Were they?
Am I wrong? Did I read that wrong? Like
I don't know. But
was that not a real pop? I think it was. I think it was. That's all I'm saying.
It was all right. It wasn't like Macaulay Culkin pop, but she got
pop. Damn sure it wasn't. If he's in the Rumble.
Maybe I'm changing my man answer to Macaulay Culkin. I think Jeff Hardy for sure.
Hey, Jeff Hardy.
I think it would be like you just said, Randy, with like the TNA deal now. It just opens the door for so much.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how crazy everybody would go if we heard that music? And I mean, it probably wouldn't be just Jeff. You know what I mean? Like I think they probably both would come back. But yeah, I think the two of them, Matt and Jeff Hardy, are gonna come back at Rumble. I don't think that means that they'll come back. But who knows? Maybe it opens the door for them to now, like jump back.
Well, they do have a tunnel, right?
What do you mean?
They have the bridge. They have the partnership.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So maybe it opens the door for them to like every now and then, like have a match come back. So yeah, I think that kind of what better way to really like cement it and kick it off than by bringing them back, at least for the Rumble.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that would be insane. So those are my picks. Thank y'all for indulging because
that's all right. I got one more name. And I don't know what the injury status is, but we haven't seen this man in a very, very long time.
I know you're gonna go too.
Then let me hear your guess.
You're thinking about Big E?
No, good guess. I would love for him to get cleared one more time and get Kofi and Woods one more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the guy I was gonna mention was AJ Styles.
Is he injured?
He's been out for a minute.
He injured himself on SmackDown. That's right. He had a match on SmackDown.
What was his injury? Does anybody remember?
I think his leg. I think he injured something in his leg for that match. Yeah, and this was like him making a turn, like he was getting a face like a face like turn after sparring against Cody.
So, he had the suit on and all that. Is that the one with the Pepto suit? He had like a pink suit on.
So he suffered an ankle injury on October 4th.
Yeah, it was against, I forgot. I think Carmelo. He faced off against Carmelo that match. He got hurt. So, yeah, that was a really good match, and I was just like, oh, he might be hurt. So AJ Styles.
I think AJ Styles could pop up.
I might change that. Sorry, Glorious. I might go with AJ.
Glorious ain't coming out. Okay.
No, Bobby Roode of all. No way.
I don't know. Just the entrance got to me. All right, that was it.
Yeah. No, that was a glorious entrance. Trust.
Wow.
But also, just for my man, I gotta say, I also think Trick Williams is gonna pop out. But I feel like we all kind of know.
Yeah.
He's got to pop out, right? Like somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna give him like number 19. You know what I mean? That music hits. Whoop that trick.
And like Randy said,
what was that, Randy?
is like Mimi said, it's very important of where these guys and gals are placed because
100%.
you know, like if you see fucking Roman at number 2, it's like, oh damn, you're gonna be
Right.
there for a while. Like, you know, like
Right.
I think
Roman's gonna be
you
like
want to know who I
25,
think goes
30.
one. I don't know who goes one. I think Cena goes 1 or 2 though.
I would love to see that. Like,
I
John,
think Cena goes because
right through the whole shit.
I think right. I think that their whole story with Cena for his comeback is he's literally going to earn it all, and I mean like from Rumble, he'll probably be in the bottom. You know what? I almost want to change. I think Cena will be at least in bottom 5. I don't know that he'll win.
Yeah,
But that's what I think
30,
will happen is like he'll keep getting closer and closer and closer, and finally we get that win, like maybe somewhere around SummerSlam for him to like win a title. But I think it just leaves way for him to like even go down to NXT and be like, no, I said I want to prove it. I said I don't want this given to me. You know what I mean? And like, so he goes down there and has like not a series, but like a match with someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Cena gonna be there for the whole a whole hour?
I don't think so. I don't think
That's
CM
a
Punk
lot.
is gonna be in there for like that long.
No, Punk's gonna be between 20 and 30.
I mean,
30 is a lot.
I say Punk comes in at 20, Orton comes in at 30, Roman might come in at like 19 or 15, and depending on how they are placed, that's when the next competitor comes. Like Drew McIntyre might be in at 14. Next, you know, he hears Roman's music, and then next, you know, here comes Jimmy. Then we have the standoff.
How do you protect Jacob in this? Where
Jacob protects Jacob.
No, you know, like, are you gonna no? Is someone gonna actually throw him out the ring, or
they got a bunch of people, a gang of them, a gang of them. It's gotta be a gang.
No, I'm gonna say it's gotta be Roman because anyone else, unless somehow Braun Strowman comes back and he's okay, right? But it's probably gotta be Roman. It's one of the two because they didn't say like Braun is like injured. He just got a broken knee.
Or you know how he's like, I love you, Solo. I love you, Solo. Now that Roman has the Ula Fala, he might hop out the ring for Roman. That's a protection too. Out of respect.
Hey T, do you think that possibly with Jacob and Roman in the Royal Rumble, do you think there might either be, do you think there'll be some like friction, like if they like say if Roman eliminates Jacob or Jacob eliminates Roman, do you think that further down the line, maybe, i.e., do you think that's possibly a No Way Out or WrestleMania match between them? Elimination Chamber or
No Way Out?
You mean like this next
Elimination Chamber WrestleMania?
Is that what the old name was? A little bit
yes.
No Way Out?
No, yeah.
After Royal Rumble.
The OG name, No Way Out.
Do you think Roman and Jacob will have a match after the Royal Rumble?
That's a good one. I could, you know what, where I could actually see that being a match, if they do have some sort of like squabble standoff, what happened, what have you at Rumble, I could see that being like down the line, like a Saturday night main event. They have been booking them pretty good, so you know that one, you know, there's nothing at stake, right? But it would just be like the pride, right? Like something like that.
Fight,
yeah, like just a full knockdown. But the way they're like booking him is supposed to be like this big sinister monster, like you know, the same way they were booking Bronson Reed, right? And I love it. We need more like monsters, like more guys who could run through a wall. So yeah, that's why I'm like those are the only two who I would accept eliminating him. Either Bronson, so that they, I mean, not Bronson, Braun Strowman, so that they can have you know, they keep that energy because that match was crazy. Like, let me see them just break stuff. You know what I mean? I want to see it.
No, and to your point, I think this is later last year we had Jade and Bianca standoff and the crowd went crazy. I think Roman and Jacob is that new standoff this year. Like this, the only two in the ring, crowd goes crazy, all that kind of shit. Then they find, you know, they squabble, whatever. And then I'm just thinking, like, for a guy like Jacob who's on the rise, you gotta like he lost on Saturday, but you know, it was by DQ. They protected him in that way.
Mm-hmm,
So that's what I'm saying. Like he might go through the ropes, start scrapping with Braun, they get counted out, and then like still he lost the match, but he ain't taking no L like that. So that's what I'm saying. You know, you ain't just throw him out the fucking ring like that unless you're Roman Reigns. Then it's like, damn, does that diminish him a little bit? So
I don't
it's like,
think it does.
no,
ain't nothing wrong with losing to Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
right.
Hey,
That's right. That's right.
Josh Allen. Just ask Josh
That's
Allen.
right. That's
right.
right.
You feel me? Like everybody lost
That's
to him.
right.
So that's why it got to be one of the two of them.
Yeah. Before I let you guys go, anything else you gotta? I think we covered everything, right? We didn't miss nothing. Got Rumble. Got so Mimi. So what's your plans for WrestleMania? So you doing the whole thing?
I'm doing the whole. What's the whole thing, right?
Yeah, like a whole like a weekend,
tiring.
a whole week. You doing?
Oh yes,
all the
yes.
events?
I'm doing half the week. Coming in. I think I'm doing Wednesday to Sunday. I'll go home Monday morning.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
whole
trying
lot
to
that
do
goes into WrestleMania. Wow.
I'm trying to do Tuesday/Wednesday to Monday as well, because there's a whole bunch of events going on. They got the world thing for Fanatics. They got Wildmania, obviously WrestleMania night 1, night 2.
That's
so
right. That's right. That's right.
I mean, it's Vegas gonna be warmer than here in New York.
That's
so
right. That's
Yep,
right.
you
it
know,
is hot in the desert. It's the best time to go in the
That's right.
spring, not the summer. Don't go to Vegas in the summer.
oh yeah, it could
That's
be like
right.
high of 119. Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
it's best to go
with
in
a
the
low of
springtime.
94.
Right.
High
Right.
94, 99.
No
That's the
wins.
best time
No
to go.
wins.
Yeah,
No.
that desert
Hey,
dry heat. That's the best time to
because
go.
if
Yeah.
you were at WrestleMania night 1 last year in Philly,
Oh my
wow,
God.
it
Oh
was
my God.
fucking
I did not
brick
feel
outside.
bad for. I was not inside. I was not outside, but I heard stories.
It was break ass outside night 1.
Mm-mm.
But I'm like,
It was
hey,
bad.
I'm watching
It
The
was
Rock.
bad. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
you got
I can't
that.
complain.
Yep.
Was the lights really a problem? Because people were saying that the lights, if you were high, the lights were a problem.
I didn't have any issues.
I don't know about the lights issue.
So some people were saying because they were like chanting, "Turn the lights off," because the lights were like kind of like blocking
Glaring.
give them a glare and blocking off the ring. And I saw that when I went to Saturday Night Main Event in Long Island. So I was like kind of high, and people were chanting, "Turn the lights off," but they want to shine and get that big glow for the ring. You know, it's on TV. I was just like, all right, I could see how. I mean, I was just like, just deal with it. But I'm like, yeah, I could see how that could be a problem if you're like way high and you're just seeing the lights and just like, damn.
Yeah.
How often do you go to WrestleMania? Maybe.
Me?
Yeah.
I've gone every year since Dallas. So I've gone for the
Dallas,
past
32 or 38?
Oh no, 38.
38, okay.
So from 38 on, I've gone.
So Dallas, LA, Philly.
Yes.
All right, it's not bad. I've been to Philly last year. I did MetLife 35. I did New Orleans 34. Damn, it's only 3 WrestleMania. No, I've been to hold up. Philly, New Orleans, New York, Jersey. No pandemic joints, obviously, and
we all were there.
Oh yeah,
together
forever.
No, but it's amazing how I live in New York, but I didn't go to WrestleMania like obviously 1, 10, 20.
Yeah.
Nothing. I just
my mom wasn't taking me to no damn
29. I did 29 in Jersey.
Okay. So my friend did 29 in Jersey and didn't tell me he was working at Sci-Fi and had last minute didn't tell me. And I was mad. I was so mad. 35, I was supposed to go, but my best friend winded up passing away that week, unfortunately. So I winded up not going, but that I did do access. Yeah, I did do access, but I didn't go to the show. And then I started going around for Dallas. I started going. It's always been like this thing, like I'm not spending that kind of money for it. But then once I started like really getting into it as an adult, then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna spend. Yeah, like it's a lot. But around that time, the tickets weren't that bad. Now,
now it's even worse.
I think Vegas has a lot to do with it because LA was pretty expensive.
It was it was
Vegas,
expensive, but it was reasonable. It was
right?
reasonable.
Vegas is another level.
Right. Vegas is another level. And my son wants to go. He just turned 21. So it's like he wants to go. So it's him and his friend. You know, I told him he could bring a friend. But yeah, it's a lot. So I've been to a Rumble. I've been to 2 Rumbles, Philly and Tampa.
Okay.
I've not, as long as SummerSlam was in New York, I never went to a SummerSlam in New York. I went to an NXT. I went to a takeover, but I didn't go to. I didn't
It's
go.
back in New York this year, right? Or
it's back in New York.
MetLife
It's
in
back.
the summer,
So
in
I'll be there
August.
too. Yeah.
2
so
nights
I'll
now. 2
definitely do
nights.
that. Yeah.
That's gonna be
I'll
something.
definitely do that. I'll definitely do that. I've
I
been to
did-
Survivor Series.
I did the Summer Slams in Barclays a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot 15, 16, whatever the joints were. I think the one that Orton and Brock main evented. And then the one was Roman, Braun, like a fatal 4-way. I forgot which one that was. I've never been to a Royal Rumble. I've never been to a Survivor Series.
And it was at Barclays.
Which one?
Survivor Series.
I think 20 or 21. It was at Barclays.
Yeah, but I didn't. It didn't click. I later on, yo, man, I kind of like everybody. Everybody knows going. What the fuck am I doing here? Like, what's up,
yo,
man? What's up?
I will text Randy like, "Hey, are you going to such and such tonight?"
Yeah.
No. I'm like, what? I thought he would be there, but nope, he ain't there.
Main event Saturday? Nope, I ain't go to Long Island because I was working.
I went to Long Island.
Yeah,
I did NXT a few times. Never did Survivors. I did. Is this SummerSlam Mania? I did the Chamber in Philly before COVID happened. That March, I did that. But that's a couple of Raw, SmackDown house shows in the Garden. But that's about it. I would love to do a Rumble, Survivor
Rumbles
Series,
fun.
and like a Money in the Bank would be dope. But you know, we'll see.
Money in the Bank. I hope we get Yeet in the Bank this year.
Man, the way y'all was saying, like,
and
all
I'm
these
trying
events,
for Raw in the Garden in March.
Yeah, I saw those. I'm like, yeah, I had to pay off some things, but I mean, responsibilities and stuff take first. So
you're right.
Well, Randy, you work at the Garden.
Yeah, but I got to finagle some stuff. So it's not. This is a different entity. This is wrestling now.
Yeah, those seats were
basketball maybe, but wrestling, no, they want their money.
Yeah, bro, they asking for a good price, but right behind the screen, the Titantron. I'm like, I'm not seeing nothing. I'm trying to get right in the middle. I don't care. I'm tall enough, but the Garden is uncomfortable to sit in to watch wrestling.
It is.
Barclays is better. I'm just like, God. Yeah, the only thing I've watched, I did 2 house shows when I was a kid. King of the Ring 2000.
Wow.
That was when Taker came back. And 2001 when Austin came back, WrestleMania 17. That was it. I mean, you know, moms took us a while back, but they didn't almost get that much because, you know, it was somewhat kind of expensive. So I got an adult, saw Raw, SmackDown. My first pay-per-view event was Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, I just seen a lot of it at the comfort of my home, and that's it. You know, first seat, you know, don't have to fight people, go to the bathroom, sticky floors, I'm good. But yeah, it's all right.
So you ain't go to WrestleMania?
I've never been to a WrestleMania yet.
Wow.
Never been to a WrestleMania. I mean,
my
favorite I mean, it is what it is, but you know,
SummerSlam, you better be there at MetLife. SummerSlam, you better be there at MetLife.
Yo, my boy already got tickets for that. I'm planning on getting that. So summer, I'm off before school starts, so I'm good. So yeah. So I definitely need to if anything, since we in Royal Rumble season for the cast, which one do you remember is your favorite Royal Rumble?
All right. So this is the last question now. Favorite Rumbles? All right.
Favorite Rumbles, yeah.
Who's starting off?
I'll give you right now.
All right.
So favorite Royal Rumbles. My first one is Royal Rumble 2001 in New Orleans. That was with Kane. Yeah, Stone Cold won. Kane came in at number 5, held it down. Austin and Kane, that was really good. We saw a lot of surprises. Big Show came back out. That was good. And my second one would be I want to pick which one was it that Triple H won? Triple H came, he won right after his
he threw out Kurt
02.
Angle.
He threw out Kurt Angle after coming back from tearing his quad.
Okay.
That was pretty good. I know there was some others, but those two stood out to me the most. They were
Did
big
he come in at 30?
No, Hunter came in at I forgot. No, he came in the middle because he was against with Austin for a minute. So yeah,
I was laps
like,
around that time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would say 01 and 02. Anyone next? T, Mimi?
My favorite is 2018. I forget when the one in Philly. That was my first pay-per-view.
Oh, Nakamura.
That was Nakamura and Asuka. So, and that was me and my son, and I brought his friend, and that was our first Royal Rumble in Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was our first like experience. I had been to Raws before, but that was like our first pay-per-view experience.
Kenny, to your point, Triple H was number 22 in that Rumble.
Okay.
So not 30 like Mimi said.
Kurt, R.I.P. Mr. Perfect was in that Royal Rumble too.
And he was in the Final Four. Mr. Perfect, Final Four in 02. Like Mr. Perfect, Final Four?
Wow.
Mr. Perfect, Kurt Angle, Triple H, and it wasn't Austin.
No, Austin wasn't. It was somebody else. Probably somebody else.
T, what you got?
Yeah, T, favorite Rumbles.
Easy, 96. I mean, obviously that led to
Sean,
the picture behind me. You know what I'm saying? So
the boyhood dream.
Exactly. Very easy.
Okay. So not 95. He won 95 too.
He did. And they were honestly, the 95 win was British Bulldog, right? That was the one where British Bulldog, like they started playing his music, he thought he won. And Sean held on to remember? He
flipped over.
The first one, like he held on and only one flip. So like that finish was probably the better finish. But obviously he didn't. This is the one that he actually finished the story. That was for you, Mimi.
I mean,
she's like Cody Rhodes picked up the one here. No,
if you go back and see that 95 Rumble talent, whoa.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is I'm like, this Rumble might be the most. Was it bad?
No, 95, the talent in there, bro. What?
Star-studded.
I was like, you did this. I was like, wait, are you saying it was bad? Like
the names. If I read you the names of the 95 Rumble, you'd be like, oh my god, terrible.
It was awful.
Oh, yeah, Randy don't like that.
Kenny, we did this 2 weeks ago.
Those names. You don't remember half those names. I mean, if you do,
it's better.
Surprised.
I did. Here we go.
Here we go.
This is probably the worst Rumble ever of all time.
Oh God.
WrestleMania 11, the worst Mania, and then Rumble 95, the worst Rumble of all time. That's a fact.
I was in kindergarten 95, man.
All right, you ready, T? You ready, T?
Sure.
And Mimi? All right, Shawn Michaels won, obviously. British Bulldog. This is where it gets a little tricky now. Eli Blue. Duke the Dumpster Josie. Exactly. Duke the Dumpster Josie.
I remember him.
Jimmy Del Rey.
Don't remember him.
Sion. Sione.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like a singer.
I don't know. Tom Pritchard.
No.
Doink the Clown.
Of course.
Doink.
You say I call it Doink like fucking
everybody on this. The four of us remember Doink.
Was there a roster?
He's reading the roster from 1 to 30.
Number 9, Quang. Quang. Number 9. Exactly. Quang. Kwang. All right. Rick Martel, 10. Someone that we know. Owen Hart, 11. All right. Timothy Well, number 12. Bushwhacker Luke. Jacob Blue. King Kong Bundy. Mo for Men on a Mission. Mabel. Bushwhacker Butch. Lex Luger. Mantar, Aldo Montoya, Henry O. Godwin, Billy Gunn, Bart Gunn, Bob Backlund, Stephen Dunn,
Bob
Dick Murdoch,
Backlund?
Adam Bomb, Fatu, and Crush.
Crush.
Come
You
on.
know what?
Wow.
In the context of time,
He had
there
to
were some
win.
names
He
on
had
there.
to win. He
In
had
the
to win.
context of time, there were some names on there that at the time they were actually pretty good.
Mm.
At the
That
time,
sounds like the roster was in the dumps.
I mean, we all remember what was going on around that
Yeah.
time, right? Like, what?
Yeah, was
that's
the-
Because I was lapsed around that time. So I stopped watching wrestling maybe high school to 2014.
Okay.
SummerSlam. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
For a long time.
My favorite
What you got, Randy?
Randy, was that 95 that you read off or 96?
95. I think 96 was a lot better. You got Diesel. You got Razor, Goldust. There's some
Okay,
more,
so
more
then the one
prominent
that
names.
he won again. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He won
I
again.
like how he won 95. That's the whole number
Right, that's
one.
what
He
the
had
finish
to.
was
The theatrics,
really
With
cool.
that, with those names, yeah. Doink the Clown going to WrestleMania. Can you imagine?
My favorite Rumbles would be the ones that Cody won back to back. Not fucking with you.
I was about to say.
Hey, I respect, but no.
No, 97. That's Stone Cold.
Austin, yeah.
Because he got thrown out, nobody saw him. He came back in, threw out Bret Hart, and Bret Hart was fucking furious. I love that. I love that shit. I love 98 because Stone Cold guy, but if I had to pick someone else besides that, I didn't mind 99. I know Vince won it, but it was just so different in Attitude Era. Like, holy shit, why would Vince win the Rumble? But it made sense storyline wise. I like 2000 with The Rock at the Garden. I'm trying to think who else.
I wanted to try to win tickets, but Mons was like, "That's a school night. You're not going to Royal Rumble."
5,
Yeah.
6.
I wanted to go to that.
Royal Rumbles. And 92 Flair.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's considered to be the all-time.
That's a big one.
Because
that was the only one where the championship was actually at stake, correct? Or
that in 2016 when Triple H won it. That was it.
Okay.
That was mad.
Yeah, that was mad. All right, so I think we're pretty much done here. It's about 11:50. Where we kept Mimi here another 50 minutes, so she might be mad. I apologize.
We thank you though.
But
It's okay.
enjoy the Rumble this week. I can't see it live. I'll be at work, so it's at 6 p.m. I'm working, so I got to catch up on it the following day or that night. So hopefully, I mean, this gonna tell me what's going on. So I'll be at work. Oh shit! Damn. Kenny and Terrence do not write me throughout the whole night. I want to know.
I got you.
Won't be like, yeah, Punk won it. Like, fuck, bro.
But it's how you didn't see. You got to see how he won it, right?
I want to see what number. I want to see the. I want to see the workout, the entrance, the whole shit.
You better
stay off pop Twitter. Up. Don't tell me Jay pops up.
Yeah, you got to stay off Twitter, dude. Like,
stay off Twitter because it's gonna blow up.
You got to stay on Twitter and Instagram because
you got to be like, you got to be 95, no technology.
Just turn the phone off, right?
Airplane mode.
Turn the phone off.
Yeah, you better have
mode. That's right.
Get an analog watch. That's it.
That's right. Lower East Scribe, my boy Terrence Watson, Cowabunga Ken, Cowabunga _K_E_N from my boy Kenny Hold. And Mimi, what's your Twitter? I don't have it in front of me.
I am Mimi Shells on the Twitter machine.
From the
where
Black
Cody
Wrestling Podcast.
lives and breathes.
Listen, we're big fans of you. We love you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys.
Keep doing what you're doing. And don't be a stranger. If you want to come back on with us, let us know.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, guys.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
God bless.